Shelby Nealy is already serving 30 years for killing his wife, and now he could face the death penalty for murdering her parents and her brother. But at his sentencing hearing today, a defense witness urged the jury to spare the life of the man who killed 4 others. Our Fox 13's Kylie Jones is in the newsroom tonight with this one. Kylie, that might be a pretty hard argument to make.
Well, yeah, Allie, and a lot of passion coming from that witness. One of the defense's witnesses advocated for Shelby Nealy, saying her friendship with him has become to feel more like he's part of her family. But state prosecutors argued this same witness leads a state organization that's actively working to put an end to the death penalty.
4-time convicted killer Shelby Nealy got a show of support in court on Wednesday morning.
Is he capable of loving others?
He absolutely is. And I have both in my head and heart grief for what he's done, and also know that he's more than the worst thing he's ever done.
Maria Deliberato is one of Nealy's former attorneys turned support system as he serves a 30-year prison sentence for killing his wife, Jamie Avancic, in 2018 and burying her in the backyard of their Pasco County home. Prosecutors say he covered up her death for months as he pretended to be her while texting her family members from her phone. Almost a year later, after her family grew suspicious, Nealy murdered Jamie's parents, Richard and Laura Avancic, and her brother, Nick Avancic, in their Tarpon Springs home. Nealy now faces the death penalty. On Wednesday, a state prosecutor pointed out that Deliberato, the defense's witness, is also the executive director of Floridians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty.
So you get paid to protest or organize protests, different executions, correct?
We don't do protests, no.
Okay, vigils.
Prayer vigils. It's a prayer service.
The defense also called on several law enforcement officers. They testified about previous calls they responded to involving Nealy and Jamie, pointing to a history of mental health issues.
And you Baker acted her because of what?
I felt she was going to be harm to herself or others if she didn't get treatment.
Baker acting someone isn't supposed to be a punishment, right?
No.
In fact, it's supposed to get them help because they need some sort of mental health or psychiatric help, right?
Correct.
On Wednesday, Jamie's sister shared photos saying she was a loving mother despite abuse she was going through at the time.
The defense is expected to call its last few witnesses to the stand tomorrow, and then the jury will have to decide whether Nealy should be put to death or sentenced to life in prison.